Hey everyone, Rudy here. As part of my guitar pedal series, I will unbox and demonstrate the Polytune 3 by TC Electronic. The reasons Polytune 3 caught my attention was its ability to tune all my strings simultaneously without hindering my instrument's tone or signal with both true bypass and bona fide buffer technology. To start, upon opening, I noticed the pedal is the first thing there. It's nice to see that it has a sturdy build and looks nice and clean. It does have some buttons and that bolt in the back, which we're going to be reviewing later on. It also comes with a quick start guide and switch settings, which we're going to be going a little bit more in depth later on, and a sticker, of course. All right, so that's pretty much it as far as the unboxing, not too much. But let's go ahead and move on to demonstrating this pedal now. So as you can tell, this guitar is obviously out of tune, and by me activating and deactivating the pedal, it actually turns it off so you don't annoy anybody who's listening, if you're on stage, for example. And by strumming all the strings at once, you could see that the Polytune is kicking in. All the green lights represent each string, showing that everything has been in tuned. So by holding the switch for a couple seconds, it goes to a drop D setting. So when I chromatically tune my guitar to drop D, and then I strum them all, the Polytune kicks in as a drop D. And of course, hold it for 2 seconds and go back to standard again. Next, we're going to check out the different tuning settings. We were currently on the E standard tuning, but if you keep pressing the button, you can actually drop the standard tuning all the way down to B. And you can also see those numbers going up. That basically means the capo settings. So you could put a capo, let's say on the 7th fret, and then change the tuning settings of the Polytune to match that. So we're just going to be testing out the D standard tuning setting of the Polytune. So after I tune everything, I strum it, the Polytune kicks in as a D standard tuning, showing that everything is in tune. Let's try another example. I'm going to try a capo on the 2nd fret, which means it's going to be a G flat 2nd fret capo tuning. And as you can see, the Polytune is going to represent that pretty well. There is a disclaimer for this pedal that the Polytune is slightly less accurate than chromatically tuning one string at a time, but this again is just for time efficiency if you're, let's say, on stage performing. Next, I'm going to show you the different display settings and instrument settings. So we, of course, we're on G for guitar. There's also B for bass if you're a bass player. And there's 2 different visual settings when tuning. We have that vertical line, which to me is a little bit simpler, but then we'll go on to the second one later. So this is the display setting I was using earlier, where it just has a vertical green bar with a red line that has to meet up to it when you're tuning. And the second setting is more like a rotating light, which to me personally is not as intuitive as the first display. But, you know, if you do decide to get this pedal, it's really up to you on which display setting works best. So when you press both the display and tuning buttons simultaneously, you enter the frequency mode where you could adjust the overall frequency setting of your pedal. I'm going to leave it at 440 Hertz, which is the standard frequency, but you could, of course, change it accordingly. The last thing I'm going to show you is if you have a flathead screwdriver, you could take off the back end and you could access the switch settings, which adjusts your the way you use your pedal as well as the buffer pedal that's installed. So you could actually totally deactivate the bona fide buffer, or you could always have it on. And as the same thing with the actual tuner pedal, you could always have the Polytune on constantly or only activate it when you press the switch. Now for me personally, I like to have the bona fide always active while I have to press the switch to turn the pedal, the tuning pedal, on and off. And that's pretty much it for the Polytune 3. If you found this video helpful, please show your support by giving it a like. And if you would like to see any future music related content, Please subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified anytime I upload a video. Thank you very much and take care.